Do you want to get the dog his chair or?
Where is he?
I have no idea. He's right there.
Is he staring at you?
No, he's licking himself.
Okay. Let him lick himself for a little bit. He's just been treated for fleas for like the 80th time. So now he's got residual leftover itchy. Like if you look at his skin, it's just dry because I've had to wash him with Dawn. Yeah.
Welcome to the I Hate Critics 1994 podcast. I'm professional film critic Sean Patrick. With me is MJ.
Hello.
Amy.
Oh, hi.
And Amy, the sponsor of the show,
is the Pontiac Fiero, the Dennis Hopper of cars. You're welcome.
Like it smells like him on the interior.
How do you know what he smells like?
I'm just assuming from boiling point in this.
If I don't know what he smells like, you don't know.
See it through the screen.
Yeah.
Sweat and weed.
There's a lot of moisture on that, man. Yeah. Oh, Dennis. Yeah.
The 30th anniversary of Speed.
Bus from Speed. It was awesome.
When did you fall in love with Keanu Reeves?
My obsession with him began in 1989 with Parenthood. And it spanned all the way through to, I think I gave up on him somewhere after Point Break. Well, no, because I had the Point Break movie poster. Like I had all the movie posters. I had Dracula. I had that. I wrote fan fiction about him. Some of the earliest fan fiction I've ever written. That was back in 91. Or maybe it was after Bogus Journey. I don't remember. But anyway, to this day, there's still a little soft, almond-eyed hole in my heart when I think about him. So it was nice to see him here.
Yeah.
But I wasn't in love with him at this point. We'd broken up by then.
Right.
Yeah.
Were you into Paul Rudd yet or not?
Oh yeah. That had started. That definitely had started. Yeah, this was like.
So you were with your new guy.
My new guy, because this was pre-Clueless. This would have been when he did. He had been on the show Sisters, and then he did a made-for-TV movie about his girlfriend getting stalked by an old guy. I still have that on DVD. It's so good.
And
he had long hair.
And of course, Halloween 4, The Curse of Michael Myers.
You know what? We don't talk about that. How many years have I said don't bring that movie up to me or him? It makes us uncomfortable. But alas, Paul Rudd was not in the movie that we watched.
No, he was not. He was not playing the bus.
God bless. Yeah.
This, of course, Speed, the directorial debut of one Jan De Bont.
Jan De Bont. I love saying his name.
You know who he is prior to this.
I feel like
he's never directed anything, but he was a director of photography on a number of films.
What was like something that I would know? Because again, I knew that name.
Well, do you remember a movie where some people decided, you know what, we're going to live with lions, and we're going to have them live in our house, and we're going to make a movie while all these lions are living in our house?
Sounds like Tippi Hedren and tigers.
It's called Roar.
Oh my God.
The most dangerous.
You watched that one, didn't you?
Yes, he did.
He did watch from
Danny Gonzalez did a video on Roar.
That's right. It was fucking crazy. But I thought that
Jan De Bont was the one who got his scalp ripped off by a tiger.
And he lived to tell the tale.
He lived to tell the tale and direct Speed.
Well, good for him. I mean, that's perseverance.
I feel like I remember that story from something. I don't know where I heard it.
Probably here, because we watched the Danny video, probably. More than likely.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Yeah, most people, their career would have ended from the time that the tiger, their teeth grazed your skull.
A good scalping. Jesus, yeah, I want to see what he looks like today.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
I mean, I think it's crazy.
It's lovely.
It's also written by Graham Yost, who prior to this, you're going to love this resume, Amy. He began his career writing 12 episodes of Hey Dude.
Oh my God. What in the Christine Taylor hell are you talking about? Hey Dude was like one of the worst fucking TV shows on Nickelodeon. The only good thing about it was Christine Taylor, and I'm glad that we got her out of it. But fuck that show. Yeah. He did not do... Wow.
He wrote 12 episodes of Hey Dude and followed that up with being on the writing staff for Herman's Head.
We loved Herman's Head.
That's how he ends up here is that in Herman's head.
I'm sorry, his name just, it bespeaks a certain cachet that doesn't say Herman's Head or Hey Dude. It just doesn't.
Well, he came up with the idea. This was his idea. He wanted to make a movie entirely on a bus.
Love that.
And this was after hearing about the movie Runaway Train with Jon Voight, which is an Academy Award nominating film. And he thought, oh man, they can do this on a train. They should have had a bomb on the train. What if I do it on a bus and then I'll put a bomb on the bus? And then they can't go below 20 miles per hour.
Oh my God. They have to stay above 50. Right?
Yeah, that was the initial pitch, was 20 miles per hour.
Oh my God. Do you know how long that movie would have been? Just going on and on. It's still on in there with Remains of the Day.
A friend of his encouraged him to make the change to 50 miles per hour.
I think that's pretty generous, you know?
Maybe that's just an LA thing, like, cause like they're rarely above 25 miles per hour in their traffic. Maybe, I don't know. When I think about 50 miles per hour, though, it's like it's the slowest thing in the world to me because I drive on the highway every day, every time I'm coming here, and it's like I've got to go 80, like constantly.
And this is why you don't have cars that work long. Yeah, no, I can't even imagine. I mean, I'm very lucky. My car only goes up to 59, so I mean, over that it starts shaking.
That's if you get a good pull on the string on the back.
This from the man who drove it for 3 months. It's pretty awesome for you back then, wasn't it? Yeah, it's no Pontiac Fiero, but it'll do.
Yeah, one day you'll have a Fiero.
One day. Oh, yes.
If one of us gets rich, we're going to give it to you.
Why do I have to have the car that's going to start itself on fire?
It'll smell like cigarettes and sadness.
Oh, just like Mama used to make. Yeah. So, I said that while we were watching it. I thought, it is an interesting thing to do. Put this kind of a thing on a bus, like, again, if you would have sat me down in a room and said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to film an entire movie on a bus. I'd be like, no, we're not. That sounds horrible.
That's hilarious because that's exactly what both Paramount and 20th Century Fox said.
Yeah.
You're not doing this entire thing on a bus. Fuck you.
Oh my God. Me and Paramount hanging out like we do.
So Jan De Bont was like, okay, what if we do a thing in an elevator? I got stuck in an elevator while we were making Die Hard. So let's just do it. We'll do a sequence on the elevator.
Well, it's true. We did, and then we, again, and we also were on the subway. I mean, God, we were on every form of transportation in this car.
Yeah, we totally, except bike. We didn't
do a bike. Could you imagine a terrorist plot with a bicycle? I don't even know how they do that.
Don't drop below 2 miles per hour.
Oh my God. But see, I think that
I'm getting tired.
They just strap you with a backpack full of explosives and you have to drive up the hill. My God.
Coming to a steep incline.
Near you. Near you. God damn.
It's like, find me a downhill plane.
That would be fun.
And to airlift me back up. It's fine.
That's funny. That is funny. So.
Yeah, we're talking about Speed with Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock.
Yeah. I mean,
last time we saw Sandra Bullock, she was trying to work those 3 seashells.
Oh. Oh, having virtual sex with Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Singing commercial theme songs.
Death, Murder, Kill.
Murder, Death, Kill.
Murder, Death, Kill. Also the name of those 3 seashells. Murder, Death. So, God, that fucking movie. Oh. That movie.
Yeah. Quite the this podcast reunion. We've got Dennis Hopper from Boiling Point.
Boiling Point's Dennis Hopper. Say it right.
A significant improvement for him.
I agree, because none of us remember Boiling Point.
No.
None of us. We say that every week.
I don't remember him in that movie. I did not see him.
You don't remember him in Boiling Point?
No, because I only remember the first 5 minutes of Boiling Point, and then the rest of it is blank.
You went into a coma. Like, you just sat there, and we didn't, like, we couldn't even talk to you.
No.
Just put our hands in front of your glazed over eyes.
And then once it was over, my trance was stopped. It
That's
was
true.
magical.
That's so true. And then we went to go do the podcast, and then you were just like, I don't remember what happened. You're going to have to tell me about it.
If you want to hypnotize somebody, all you got to do, put on Boiling Point.
You know what? Sometimes I just want to take a nap, so then I pull up Boiling Point.
It's Remains of the Day for me for a nap.
Oh, I get that. I think that's good.
I think people just watch Remains of the Day in the theater and just kind of nod it off. It's like, this is nice.
I just think
this is why everybody likes it so much, is that it's so like, it's just so background. Like it's like one of those videos you put on YouTube for hypnosis, like fall asleep. You just put on the Remains of the Day. And
see, I would do Bob Ross painting, but I suppose there's a certain boringness to that as well. I thoroughly enjoy it, but
well, yeah, I mean, and you with the Remains of the Day, you get at least 8 to 12 hours.
That's
that
true.
It doesn't shut off,
and it just keeps playing. Yeah, you're right. Constant reel. It's still going. His dad just fell over again with that tray. Never forget that movie. Never forget that.
So we really like Speed, so we're gonna just dunk on the other movies we watch.
Speed is not a movie you can take a nap to. We're just saying.
No.
Don't even try.
You're in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. From the elevator sequence, is really, it's really good. It's really fucking good.
Yeah.
Dennis Hopper has put a bomb on an elevator and he's blown it up, and he's going to blow up the rest of the elevator and make it drop all the way down unless I can figure out what to do. So Keanu and Jeff Daniels, they run up and grab a hook that's just conveniently placed on the top of the building.
Conveniently placed.
They got lucky. That was there. They hook up the elevator, and then Dennis Hopper blows it up just to be a dick.
He's kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
He's petty. He's very petty.
He is. Now, he was on the Force, correct?
Yeah, he was Atlanta Bomb Squad.
Yeah, and that made him crazy? I forget how he got crazy.
He lost his thumb.
Oh.
And all they gave him for his retirement was a cheap gold watch.
Well, yeah, now you can hold the watch on when you don't have a thumb. Like, that would just come right off like a bangle.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
yeah.
Am I wrong?
It's like if you take out the thumb.
Yeah. Oh, there it goes. You know what? But really, I mean, honestly, if you've got one thumb, you don't need the other one. I don't know what you're using your thumb for.
I don't know. I quite like my thumbs. I could spare a pinky.
Yeah.
I quite like my thumbs, though.
Well,
video gaming would be very hard without two thumbs.
That's true. Let's put that to the test.
Because,
yeah, I mean, I suppose you're right.
That, and this would be hard to do.
I think you'd adjust. I mean, look at the guy who lost his arm from Def Leppard. He played the drums, for fuck's sake, with his foot.
Yeah, you gotta love Dennis Hopper's commitment, because he had both thumbs in Boiling Point, so
he did.
He clearly got this one removed.
Yeah, you could tell he's a method actor. He was just like, you know what? I don't even need it. That's fine. Just go ahead and take it. But what's so weird is that when they did when they kind of showed his hand, I thought it was a piece of fried chicken. I didn't know what it was. And I'm like, why are we looking at this? What is this? And Sean goes, oh, he didn't need that thumb. And I'm like, what? There was no thumb. That was chicken. Just clearly eating a chicken thigh.
A piece of fried chicken.
Now, see, that'd be funny if he super glued a piece of chicken thigh and that was his thumb. I'm sorry. Sorry. There's not a lot to make fun of with this movie, so we have to make up our own stuff. Damn it.
They end up sending everybody on the elevator. And,
they do,
but then the dialogue of this movie, if you didn't obviously the guy who wrote "Hey Dude" and Herman's Head, you're probably not thinking of the most amazing dialogue you're going to get in a movie. And indeed, that was a question that that Jan De Bont had, and the studios had, and that Keanu Reeves had, is that this guy's not really writing much we can say here. You got a great premise on a bus and some things to do, but we need some dialogue.
I gotta be honest with you, when I think back about watching this movie, I didn't think about the script. You don't think about the script of this movie. I mean, honestly, they could be up there literally just fucking off. I mean, because it's about the action. Mm-hmm. It is the action in the film.
That said, all that stuff, those memorable lines like pop quiz, hot shot, and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Can you guess who wrote that? Just based off of how flippant it all is. Just based on flippancy alone, can you guess who wrote this movie?
Did Dennis Hopper write his own shit?
No, I'm talking about the flippancy of like Pop Quiz, Hot Shot, and
Pop Quiz, Hot Shot. Who was it? Who wrote it?
I mean, you think you know.
Sounds like Dennis Leary.
No, it's Joss Whedon.
Oh, Joss Whedon.
Because of course it is. Of course it is. Because everybody in this movie is fucking irritating when you really start thinking about the way they talk.
Oh,
like not human beings.
That's true. Although, I mean, I liked everything that Sandra said, though. I liked her. I wanted better for her. But man, when you get to fall out of the bottom of a train or a bus with Keanu Reeves holding on to you, she had to be like in heaven. That's all I think about. Look at his hands on me.
They fell in love during this movie, but never dated.
Isn't that weird? That's fucking weird. Who does that? She's done that before.
Really?
Matthew McConaughey. Oh, yeah.
I had no idea.
She had a big thing for him. He had a big thing for her, but they just never...
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, is there any way to know that for sure, though? Because, I mean, some celebrities really keep it...
I mean, they told me.
Okay.
You guys, the cachet I bring to this podcast, I don't think you realize. It's like you don't appreciate.
I'm just going by what Sandra and Keanu have said publicly.
Well, but Keanu said the same thing about Winona Ryder. He's like, I pretty much fell in love with her. And she's like, yeah, me too. Then they do Dracula together. And then years later, they do that one movie where they're at a wedding or whatever.
Destination Wedding.
You hated that movie.
Fucking garbage.
You really hated that movie. I was so sad to hear that.
I hate that movie still to this day. What a waste of fucking time that movie is.
You hate it so much.
It's so bad. The characters are these are the most obnoxious, irritating human beings in the world. They just have no chemistry. They just seem like it's a whole thing where they hate each other when they get there, and like they're just going on like just hating each other. And it's like, oh, just fucking kiss already, Jesus fucking Christ!
I love relationships like that.
What's the trope? What's the Tumblr trope for that?
Enemies to lovers?
Yes.
It's funny because I always start off lovers to enemies and then enemies to lovers, then back to lovers to enemies.
Like that's that
and then
Sydney,
just enemies.
I think that's that Sydney Sweeney, Glenn Powell movie. Is exactly that.
She's the one who's got the weird pinched lips.
I like her. She's a great actress.
Oh, I don't.
Immaculate is one of the best movies of 2024.
Plus, I hate the last name Sweeney. It makes me think of Wiener.
I always think of Sweeney Todd.
Just is uncomfortable saying it. I don't like it. Sweener. Have you ever seen Sweens? Do you know what Sweens are? Heart sweatpants, heart jeans. They're jeans in the front or jeans in the back. Sweatpants in the front if you want to show off the junk. But the jeans in the back show off your ass. Sweens. It's a fucking real thing. I will show you. It's a real thing. Look at Sweens.
Why did someone create this?
Why wouldn't they? You're just going to be upset that you didn't think of it. How come Sweens aren't even on here?
Yeah, I don't see any Sweens.
Yeah, because you made it up in your head.
I didn't make it up. Sweens are a real thing.
Well, that might be... Well,
that's one side of the other. Yeah, that's one side. No, but it's jeans in front. No, sweatpants in front for the bowl.
In the back.
And then jeans in the back for the ass.
That feels like that really shouldn't mash like that.
Sweens, I don't.
Why would you go down the seam and that would be so different. Different texture,
that doesn't make any sense at all.
It's real. It's a real thing.
It might be real as real as the swoot is, but
the swoot. Is that the sweat boot?
No, it's sweatpants and a suit.
Swoot.
So when you're at the gym,
yeah,
you can go to your formal affair next.
Was that the thing that Drew was wearing in his video? Drew Gooden did a video where he had like a full length thing. It looked like the work oneie.
Work oneie, yeah. Which I think went for about $7,000 on auction. Why would you waste your But well, Drew had it on his person, so somebody's like, "Ooh, there might be DNA in there."
God.
I just don't get that. I don't get that. That's just me.
The work one, it sucked because you had to take, if you wanted to go take a shit, you had to take off the whole thing.
Oh,
You had to get completely nude.
Well, but there was
Yes.
also a flap in the back just in case.
If you had 4 hands.
You had 4 hands, exactly. Just in case. Just in case what? I love it. I want to see more Drew. That's great.
We now mentioned Drew and Danny. We need to work in Curtis somehow.
I agree.
At some
I
point, we'll
agree.
get there.
We will.
So the elevator thing doesn't work. Dennis Hopper doesn't get his money, but he does take Jeff Daniels hostage for a minute.
Yeah.
And then Keanu Reeves shoots him in the leg.
Well,
Jeff Daniels, not Dennis
Right.
Hopper. Because Daniels did say, shoot me.
you did.
did. Well, because he even said,
Shoot the
shoot the
hostage.
hostage, you know?
Yeah.
That's
He's
what you're
the
supposed to
hostage.
do. Right.
Shoot
Exactly.
the hostage somewhere that they can, nobody's going to expect, and then they can drop out of the way, and then you kill the bad guy. But Hopper still outsmarted him.
But what kind of pisses me off, though, and I know we'll get to it, is the whole, if he's so smart, how did he miss that video loop?
Well, he was in the
Yeah.
bathroom when they started it.
Oh, well, that's a good point. But that's a bit convenient,
Well,
don't you think?
That
I mean, if
and
we're-
also
if
it's like
if we were going to start pulling threads, I mean,
it's also like if he's that smart, then he could notice that the same person was doing the same pattern several times. Like
Right.
that's something that you're gonna
well, that's,
pick
I mean,
up
he
on.
did eventually.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it took him a little bit.
Yeah.
He was a little distracted.
Yeah.
Better wait to read that one.
No, share with the whole class.
No. I was looking up, I was going to look up,
Are you looking at Sween still?
no. I mean, it's still up here somewhere, but no. I was going to talk about how annoying Alan Ruck was and how he was the main character.
Alan Ruck was just irritating as hell.
We called him Cameron throughout the entire movie.
Oh yeah.
This was Cameron. This is actually canon
Are you
for
familiar
camera.
with Ferris Bueller's
Cameron.
Day Off?
Yes, I watched it when I was like 8 or 9,
Mhm.
I think.
Yeah.
So Cameron, his
living
best
room
friend.
on a spend the night
I mean,
with Olivia. Oddly enough.
this is I mean, the character is from the Midwest.
That's why I'm saying it's canon.
He
I
is,
think he actually is
yeah.
Cameron. And you know what? I am canonically accepting that. That's my headcanon.
Did they ever name the character?
They never.
I don't recall the character
No.
getting a name.
I don't think he. Yeah, let me look at the
I think,
IMDb.
very well could be. I'm going to just say this was Cameron from Ferris Bueller's Day
because
Off.
he seemed so annoying, like Cameron was in the movie. And like, did you notice the minute he started to zone out was just like when Cameron did too with the whole car thing? Come on. We solved it. It's Cameron.
We've connected the Ferris universe to the Speed universe,
That's right. We fucking have.
whether
Now,
anybody likes it or not.
I've got to see. I just need to know. Did they name him? Did they name him? Don't make it real. Stevens. Stevens will be his last
Cameron
name.
Stevens.
That's it.
Cameron
That's it.
Stevens.
That's it. Just probably wrong, but it's new headcanon. That's all I'm saying. Lots of like little random people in here too, which I just loved because I saw Glenn Plummer was
Glenn
in
Plummer.
it with
Everybody
the
got
fucking
that-
Jag.
Everybody got AIDS and shit.
So good. One of the greatest lines of all time.
Every line from Showgirls is a banger.
It's so true. It's so you could put every single line on a hat.
Must be nice to work somewhere where guys don't come on you.
Oh, oh. You know, it still hits just like it did. Like I saw it yesterday. It's crazy. Ooh, that's not good. Now I was trying to look up who else was in there because I saw a guy that was in my movie Quest of the Deltonites, which is one of my all-time favorite MST movies. We saw Corbin Allred, who is in Mel Brooks with Mel Brooks' Men in Tights when we did that one. He was the kid that ran up screaming. So he was in Quest of the Deltonites. And then today we see his buddy in the film who plays Vincent. He's an artist. Yeah. No, not Vincent. It's,
Van Gogh?
No, Da Vinci. He said
Leonardo da Vinci.
Leonardo da Vinci. He played that in Quest of Delta Nights. And he goes, I come from a small town in Vinci. And they're like, fuck you. You know, it's like, it's so fake. But he was in this movie with his horrible 90s hair, just like in Quest of the Delta Nights. I'm like, this is amazing. I love seeing these people outside in the wild in these other movies. It blows my mind. So,
Because you think if you're in an MST movie, you're not going to have any kind of career whatsoever.
that's it. When you end up one of those and I go back and I find you in a pretty major blockbuster.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like Joe Estevez is showing up in a blockbuster anytime
so
soon.
true. What was the movie about the talking dinosaur?
Oh, Carnosaur?
No. He was in it. He was in that girl.
Tammy and the T-Rex?
He was in the backpack the entire time.
I don't know.
I watched that the other day. It's fucking brilliant. You need to watch it.
So Paul Walker dies or is killed. He's murdered. And so his girlfriend, Denise Richards, takes his brain. No, the bad guys took his brain and put it inside of a dinosaur.
Oh.
And he becomes a dinosaur.
Yeah, I don't think this one looked like it was shot on VHS. It's like the rapping T-Rex
so she's
or
got to
something
get a
like
body
that.
and put his brain back into a body.
Wow, that sounds like like an MST movie. It does. It actually, that's the brain that wouldn't die.
It's like Frankenhooker meets Jurassic Park.
Wow. Sit me down in that meeting.
Frankenhooker is a movie where a guy's girlfriend gets run over by a lawnmower that he built.
Yeah.
An industrial lawnmower that he built. And then he has to he keeps her head and her brain and puts it on ice. And then he murders a bunch of hookers and then sews their parts together like Frankenstein so he can put her head on it and bring her back to life.
That's okay, because nobody loved them. They were hookers.
Sex workers, I should say.
Sex workers. They don't have families.
Oh, that sounds great. Wow.
Yeah, the world before you were born was fascinating, wasn't it?
It's got character. It's got a lot of character.
When they do Speed 2, they put it on a cruise ship.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, no. No. Cruise ship.
You can't, the ship can't go less than 16 nautical miles per I don't know if that's a lot. I don't know anything about nautical miles.
The boat from Speed 2.
What did you do?
The boat from Speed 2. Oh my god. No, not a cruise ship, man.
Oh,
not a cruise ship.
Not Jason Patrick.
There's too many people on a cruise ship.
Yeah. Keanu wasn't there.
It's on the...
Yeah.
It's on the...
You're drunk.
You drunk bus from Speed. Go home.
Drunk from Speed.
The drunk from Speed. Yes.
Here you go. Hang on.
What do you got?
Well. Hang on.
What do we... Oh, yeah.
Turn you up there.
Since when do you do models? It's a hobby of mine, Lynn, from back when I could still have hobbies. I just relax, turn my brain off, and enjoy the thrill of the build. The bus from Speed? Yeah, the bus from Speed.
Yes! that's Fuzzy and I say that all the time. Bus from Speed. And just whenever we hear it, I think it fills us with joy.
Yes. Bob's Burgers is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. It is.
They've done a lot of movie stuff, haven't they?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So many references.
Did they do Working Girl?
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, Work Harder.
Work
Die.
hard or die trying.
Because they did Working Girl and Die Hard together.
Yes.
Which was a fucking brilliant move.
Competing musicals.
Right.
They made Die Hard a musical, put it on in the boiler room of the school basement.
Because this was Gene's dream to do that.
While Working Girl was on upstairs, Courtney was doing it.
Yep.
And then at the end, they were like fighting. There was a whole thing. And they're like, okay, well, let's just combine them.
Yep.
Make one big movie, Work Hard or Die Trying Girl.
And Carly Simon came in to actually sing the Work Hard or Die Trying theme. It was fucking brilliant. Fucking brilliant. I mean, like, to me, it's like Family Guy and Simpsons. Like, they can do these fun little send-ups, but the way that Bob's does it, it's just so specific how they do it. And they always utilize every character that we love. And it was just, yeah. So there's a little bus from Speed for everybody. Bus from Speed.
So yeah, they get on the bus, and the bus can't go below 50 miles per hour, and that's the rest of the movie.
That's pretty much the rest of the movie.
But I gotta say, they came up with little things to make it, like, the little complications that they come up with are really good. Like, you've got the bus driver being shot by some guy who thinks that he thinks that this cop raced after this bus. Like, nearly killed himself multiple times just to get on the bus to get this guy.
Yep. It's all about him. It's all for him. There.
Couldn't possibly be anything other than they want to arrest me for dealing drugs or whatever, stealing a car. Like, no, he's here for you, dude. That's what this is all about. That's why he didn't try to stop the bus.
They all had main character syndrome. Like, they all thought that the bus ride revolved around them.
Yeah.
All of them did.
So he accidentally shoots the bus driver, and then that's when Sandra Bullock has to take over and drive the bus.
I was wondering why she was gonna have to drive the bus. I was like, this looks weird. And then okay.
So she's driving the bus. Interesting note about that is that she did learn how to drive a bus. She she passed her test at her first try. But during the more difficult sequences, there was a guy on the roof driving the bus.
Are you serious?
During some of the more difficult scenes, yeah, there was a guy on the roof driving the bus.
No, I can't watch it the same. What the hell, dude? That's not okay.
She's not really driving that bus.
He was safe. It was okay.
No, I don't care if he was safe. It's like, I thought it was her the entire time.
You strapped down.
I don't care. Right. To me, it was her driving or nobody. Now I feel like everybody lied to me. So just like in real life.
So then they get they come up with a new complication where the road that they're on isn't complete. There's like a big gap in the road, and they've got to jump the bus.
Ah, yes.
And I was thinking, like, that's just, there's no way that a bus can jump. And indeed, I'm right.
Yes.
Because
that's not a thing.
I wasn't right about that, because they had when they actually did it, they had to build their own bus that didn't have any seats or any weight to it that could jump. And then it jumped so perfectly that they had to reshoot the whole thing because it jumped too high.
Oh, dude. Did you watch some sort of behind the scenes thing on this?
I do my research,
Damn.
Amy.
Well, you say that like I don't do research. I can tell you every single member of Paul Rudd's family. What?
Sween. You say you're thinking it's Sweens.
That's
doing research.
That's research. You didn't know it was out there until I told you. So I feel
we still don't actually know that they exist.
It's true. It is. I don't make this kind of stuff up. I don't want to lie about stuff like this. Let's see.
Yeah, they did the bus jump too well the first time, so they had to come back and do it again. But they did it using this bus that they made for themselves that had a guy who was 15 feet back from the front of the bus.
Yeah,
that's they set up the bus to drive from the middle, and they set him up on this Baby Bjorn kind of thing that bounced up and down, so that when he landed, he wouldn't compress his spine.
Oh my God.
Huh. All right then.
Isn't that cool?
That's amazing. Yeah. Wow.
You're welcome that you know that.
Hey, thanks. Thanks a lot.
So yeah, Dennis Hopper's watching this whole thing, and they figure out that he's got a camera, so they use the camera against him. And
Oh yeah, we didn't
That's how
find
they're
out
gonna
he had the
get to-
camera until much toward the end there.
Well, he dropped in a hint, and the fun thing about that character is that he's just constantly like he wants to be found out. Like the watch that he uses on the bomb is his gold watch from his retirement as a Atlanta bomb squad officer,
Right.
and he's just dropping little hints here and there because he's fucking with him. Like he wants him to figure out who he is because he wants to get somebody to his house so he can blow that up.
You had some... to my house so I can blow it up, guys. Come on. God. Blow my house.
And that awful looking house. Good God.
Oh, I loved that house.
The plastic over the couch.
I can't deal with plastic over couch. It bothers me. Like the feeling of it is like.
People still do that?
Oh, no, of course they don't.
I've seen it in an old lady's house.
But okay, but they're on their way out. Okay, they don't even realize the plastic is still on that couch. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh God, I do remember like in the 80s it would get really, really hot and you'd sit on one of those couch covers and then you'd get stuck to it. And you have to like peel yourself off of it.
Yep. You get all swampy.
Especially in an old lady's house. They don't know what to do with the thermostat either.
Now imagine Dennis
Exactly.
Hopper in his boxers peeling himself off of that.
It's kind of hot.
Uh,
I mean, it must be very hot in there, obviously.
Amy confessed that she has a thing for Easy Rider era Dennis Hopper.
I have the weirdest taste in men. It is not my fault.
whose fault is it?
Well, I would say
Literally.
my dad's.
Literally every other woman on the planet is looking at Fonda in that movie.
Yeah,
And you're like, Peter Fonda, and you're like, no, Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper.
Like, if they're not looking at Fonda, they're looking at Nicholson, and you're still like, Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper. I love how he speaks. He's very Midwestern, and he's my. Oh God.
Oh, they got a thing for Midwestern?
No, I almost called him Daddy.
Oh, God!
What the hell?
Ah!
What the fuck?
You fucking idiots.
Oh.
I'm bothered.
we do not use that term on this podcast.
No, we don't say zaddy on
Both of our
here.
therapies.
Guys, if I can't even get my self-therapy, how am I going to pay for yours? I'm the one who actually needs it.
Clearly.
I'm just saying.
So let me talk about Dennis Hopper for like an hour.
Okay. Wait, do you want me to do it?
That's me talking to your therapist as you.
You mean you talk to my therapist for me so I don't have to go? I just write you notes and you just take them in and just hand them to her.
So Amy's having trouble with this week. What do you think she should do about this?
She's talking about Dennis Hopper and Easy Rider and Gary Oldman from True Romance. And do you want to commit her? Yeah, I think it's about time.
You know what? I think that they would say, God, that's refreshing that she likes things that are not inside the box. Just saying.
Unconventional.
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 Yeah, that's a way to put
Bring
it. Right?
on Gary Oldman from True Romance.
Oh, no.
You ever just feel like a rotisserie chicken? Well, what if you're pregnant? Because you might.
That might be pregnant. Because that doesn't look like a...
This is a podcast.
Oh, so in the picture, you guys, it's like a rotisserie chicken, and then next to it's a lady with a pregnant belly, and she looks like a rotisserie chicken. Probably not as delicious, I'm just saying.
Oh, wow. And now we're into the cannibal portion of the show.
You knew
I
we'd
took
get
that
here.
a little bit of a different way. So.
Yeah.
Oh my, wow.
You guys all need therapy. I have done nothing wrong.
Is there a pregnancy fetish you would like to talk about?
Oh, no.
we
No.
need to look into your search history.
No one wants to be in my search history.
I didn't
no matter
know that.
what is in there.
I didn't know that was a category on Tumblr.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
No. No, but no.
Just
Oh my
just
God.
pictures of supernatural characters pregnant.
I know there's some out there. You know there's some out there, aren't there?
Somewhere, I
There are.
bet.
Cass got
Mostly
Dean's-
Castiel.
yeah.
It's mostly Castiel, I would assume.
I would assume.
I would assume.
I would assume.
We all would assume.
We all would assume.
Good for Misha getting knocked up. That's great.
He'd be like, yeah,
That's fine.
oh,
I'm
okay.
fine.
That's
And you know what? We would be happy for you. We would.
love Misha Collins. He's great.
Every person who comes in, that's them.
Mm.
My
Mhm.
kids are my world. They are. Give me a pack of Newports. Anyway, speaking of Newports, that was a cigarette I used to steal back when this movie came out.
In 1994.
1994, head on over to Bowles and get me a pack of Newports.
I thought you were stealing that really skinny cigarette. What were those called?
Well, those are Capris and those are Moms. You don't want to steal them. You want to light them and watch them burn like an incense stick. You can't smoke those. Those will kill you.
Why did she have our mom had these like cigarettes that were just like they were so skinny.
They were like, 10 inches long.
So
Which is
kind
the
of
way
like
she liked it.
that looks like what Bree had in that one picture.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Like the
Yes. And
long.
but the cigarette filter was about that long, and then you light it, but it was about that round. And she loved
that
it.
literally is an incense stick.
Yeah.
What?
Yep. Those Capris, the Virginia Slims. Yeah. Big popular cigarettes back then. However, if you wanted your mouth to taste minty and also like shit, you get yourself a pack of Newports. That's what you do.
Bobby Newports.
Bobby Newport. Thank you. Everybody's been saying, this is a campaign, but I think it's a cam pleasure.
Oh God.
I love Bobby. One of Paul's greatest characters. It's been a cam pleasure. Anyway, Point Break. Or no, Speed.
Yeah,
I
we're talking about
yes.
Speed.
I really want to talk about
Point
Point
Break.
Break.
I haven't seen Point Break.
I think, it's, I'm sorry, I fucking love that movie. And Gary Busey's in it, and he's off the fucking chain in that movie, so.
One of the great foot chase scenes ever.
Yes.
That foot chase scene goes on forever.
I love that. But God, what's not to love about Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze in the same fucking movie? It's badass. Thank you, James Earl Jesus. Yeah. You know what? When you live alone, sometimes it's very comforting at 4:02 in the afternoon for him to come on and say, I'm perfect. I don't know if he's talking to me, but it does sound like he's talking to me.
Well, you bought the clock, so
I
would
did buy the
assume-
clock. I got it for a Christmas gift.
Oh, well, you got the clock. Well, you got the clock. So either way, it's your clock. So the message is for you.
Specifically. Yeah.
Huh.
Thank you. Why are you shaking your head? This is a podcast. No one can see your disappointment.
You can.
I don't feel it. I don't accept it. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
It's just like my mom. I don't accept that. I
don't
don't
accept
accept this criticism.
Your mother
Thank you very much.
Doesn't accept anything.
No.
Nope. No.
She's like, I'm not accepting that at this time.
No.
Thank you.
Nope.
Goodbye. Love her for that. She's great.
God bless her.
So MJ, what did you think of Speed overall?
I liked it. I think the only thing I didn't like was it felt like there was 3 bad events, like three climaxes, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, you started to get anxiety. Yeah.
Where this is going on too long. Just end it.
Yeah,
And
because you got the bus, and then they're like taking people off the bus. Then they've got to slide under the bus to get off the bus before it explodes.
Right.
Then you've
Yeah.
got them then the subway sequence, and
No, before that, when Dennis Hopper gets Sandra Bullock after she's standing outside the ambulance. Remember, he takes her and then puts the bomb on her.
Yeah.
Then they go down there, and then that happens, and then the fucking train is gonna run out of track at the end. Yeah, you're right. There was 3. Like, did we need that?
And it was like they already had like the false one almost, which is like the beginning when they have the elevator and they're pulling people out. They're like, oh, okay, we saved them all.
Right.
And he blew up, and that one was the false one. So we didn't need 2 more false ones. I don't like movies that cause me anxiety.
No, when I turned around and I saw MJ doing the rocking back and forth, I knew something was up. I can see it in your eyes. And you're right. I feel the same way. It's like, you know what? We could have ended it right here. Or we could have, at least even with that second one, or no, like remove her from, well, no, you'd have to do that in order for her to be on the train. Just let the bus go. Just be done after the bus.
Yeah, and then you catch the guy.
Right.
You just catch him, because honestly, I don't like the whole, oh, you saved the girl, but then he takes the girl.
Yeah.
No, dude,
Yeah.
I just fucking saved her. I'm done.
Well, the only reason she gets taken is because he takes her there. It's
Yeah.
like, just go to the hospital, dude.
Yeah.
Both of you just go to the hospital.
You could.
Let
avoidable.
your friends handle this. Of course, they fucked it up, but I mean, still.
That's true.
It's like you.
They had the dye packs and the money, so that he wasn't getting away with the money, no matter what they did.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course, he probably would have just done it all over again.
Yeah, well, I mean, God, if I'm honest, it's like me playing The Sims and I can't get my mods to work. If I can't get it to work, I'll never play it again.
Yeah.
So, like, after all that work that he put in to get that money, and then it just explodes on him, like the dye pack, and I'd be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go get a job. I'm tired. I don't want to blow anything else up.
Like, I'm gonna blow myself up.
Yeah, exactly.
I just can't anymore.
I'm just gonna go work as a Walmart greeter.
Honestly, you know what?
He's done.
He had the right personality for it too. I can see him.
He was gregarious.
He was very gregarious. You know what? He was a little wacky.
A little wacky.
I'll give him that.
He lost his head.
Oh my God. That is not how I expected him to die in that movie. I'll be honest with you.
No, it was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like, Fuzzy goes, oh, like, just like,
all right.
Keanu Reeves quipping is so fucking weird. He's not a quippy type, and so he's got to do like 2 quips here. Like he kills Dennis Hopper saying, yeah, but I'm taller.
Yeah.
And he takes his head off.
Which
I don't actually understand that particular quip. Like, when does it matter that you're taller in this? I guess because you're on the ground. Why was it funny that he was taller?
Because he's hot. I mean, that's the answer. The end. I don't know what you want from him. He's tall.
And then when Sandra Bullock asks where Dennis Hopper is, he's like, he lost his head.
Yeah, that was
he got
terrible.
beheaded.
Yeah. Hey, spoiler alert! For those of you who haven't seen Speed by now,
you've had 30
years to
Go
see
fuck
it.
yourself.
Yeah. And then we have people that write us emails. Thanks for ruining the movie for me. It's been 30 years. I don't know what to tell you. You can go online and just type in "how does Speed end," and they just say Dennis Hopper loses his head.
Weird tangent.
Yeah.
I found out this weekend that I've had the same email address for 25 years.
You know, it's funny because when you sent it to you and I asked her, I'm like, oh, he's had that for a long time. I didn't think you even still had it.
Going through my old emails and I found the oldest email I ever sent was from 1999.
When you had web TV? Really? Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's not a web TV address though, is it?
I mean, I found something from web TV. It's Yahoo. I'm still on Yahoo.
Yeah, that's the one that you sent me. Yeah. And I go, oh my God, he's had that for 100 years.
25 years.
Close to 100.
It's a quarter of a century, yes.
Yeah. Well, I've had the Star Witness email for 17 years. But then I make up like 17 other ones. So, yeah, you can email me at starwitness77@yahoo.com if you'd like.
Once you've got an email, why do you need a new one?
Because I like to make up new names.
Other than like scamming like businesses.
You know what? I was
that a couple times.
That's it.
I need to get this thing. I'll just make a new email just so I don't have to hear from these people ever again.
You know what? That's why
I can send all the spam to that one.
I was Shelby Torres for years so I could get those free CDs from Columbia House. They never found Shelby, but I know where she is.
Buried under
her-
this house. Yes.
Under the old trailer. It's like, they kept sending me like these letters, and I'm like, she doesn't fucking live here,
I don't
dude.
know who the fuck Shelby Torres.
But I got 20 CDs that oddly are my taste. I don't know.
I'm just gonna keep these. I hope you don't mind.
Look, Columbia House, it was a bad business model. I took advantage of it.
Everybody took advantage.
Everybody, so don't come for me. You got my penny that I taped to that little card. You're fine. God, I miss that.
10 CDs for
For
a
a
dime.
penny. Yeah.
Like, come on.
We're all going to take advantage.
Whose fault is this?
Yeah, it was it's you, BMG and Columbia House. That's who it was. Then they did it with movies, too. You could do it with VHS. I didn't take advantage of that one. I just wanted the music. And I got a lot of crappy shit from back then, too. God, let me play the late 80s, Chicago's hits. That sounds great. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle soundtrack. Let's do that one.
Yeah, the only people who really got screwed were the artists, okay? So it's fine. It's
fuck
fine.
them. They don't have houses where where they have like buckets on their bed because their roof is leaking. What? I got one CD for a penny from you, you fucker. You send me residuals. That's what I say. Anyway, what are we watching next week?
Wolf
No, we're not.
with Jack Nicholson
And Michelle Pfeiffer?
and Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh my God. I just watched Grease 2 the other night again. It's far superior to the first one. I'm sorry. I'll just keep saying it. It's just better than the first one. Michelle Pfeiffer is everything to me.
I still have not seen the Grease movies.
You know what? Stay that way. Or pretend the first one didn't exist and just go right to Grease 2. You don't need the first one. You don't need it. Because you'll never have to watch John Travolta, which to this day I can't watch him in anything. At all. I don't like him. His face is weird. Even Barbarino on Welcome Back, Kotter, I can't look at him. His hair is too fluffy. I don't know what it is about him.
It's got that dead behind the eyes.
He does. He does.
Yeah.
And then he's got the butt chin, and it's so pronounced. Like I just want to like shove something in it. I can't. Like I don't know.
Wasn't that a Family Guy bit where like somebody had a butt chin and they like keep things in there, like pulling out a wallet? And...
Yes. Yes.
Was it Joe?
Sure, it was Joe. It was Joe. God dang. My mom missed my angle. Get it? She's at an angle.
Would you stop looking at Instagram while we're podcasting, please?
What are you scared of?
Never, apparently.
What are you scared of? What I might find on here? I'm looking for the Sweens.
So they were a made-up thing that somebody put on a fake Instagram account. I got it.
Real picture of
Are
Sweens.
we sure it wasn't on Worst Buy?
Actually, that's a good point. Let me Worst Buy or Cursed Buy. It's one of those. Let me see. Sweens. Come on, Sweens. Oh, found him!
Yeah, so they're not
Sweatpants in the front, jeans in the back. It's real. This is a human in the subway.
Person wearing them.
That's Sweens. And he's like, when your dick looks good in sweats, but your ass looks good in jeans. Sweens.
It's not a real thing.
This dude's got on Sweens. It's a real thing.
That's...
So I'll be wearing my Sweens next week when we watch the movie Wolf.
You're gonna go out and buy a pair of Sweens, or
I'm going to make my own.
Yeah, make your
Fuck,
own
yeah.
Sweens.
I just sew some sweatpants to some jeans.
Oh, we don't sew. We use Velcro for everything. Then at night when I'm warm and uncomfortable, I just rip them right off.
Tearaway pants.
I love tearaway pants.
As a professional wrestler, his name is Angel Garza, and part of his gag is like at some point during a match he rips off his pants and he throws them at his opponent.
That's brilliant.
He's got trucks. He's got trucks underneath.
You've just got pants.
That should have been his.
That should have been. That was Fuzzy's
got
idea.
pants.
Oh, it's so good. That's so good. Yeah. Wolf.